Hi. Well, here we are with the last essay of the semester. This is called the proposal argument essay, and I sometimes call it a policy argument, so I put both words in there because that's kind of what it used to be called. And so I kind of flip back and forth. Anywho, the proposal argument essay is to be a minimum of 2,000 words. Yes, I said 2,000, in which you present and support an argument of proposal as defined in Everything's an Argument, Chapter 12. Your essay must cite a minimum of 8 outside sources, 6 of which originate in print or have print analogs. Okay, so in other words, newspapers, magazines, journals, books, government reports, that kind of thing. At least 4 of your sources should be scholarly sources, such as dissertations, academic journal articles, or university press books. Please do not be confused. Just because you get something off of a .edu website does not make it a scholarly source. I've seen a lot of student essays being presented with student essays in them as sources. That's not what I want. I want higher level stuff. These sources must be presented in correct MLA fashion with both parenthetical in-text documentation and a works cited page, which of course we've been doing all semester. Dictionaries, encyclopedias, and other general reference works do not count as sources. Although, again, you can use them, okay, you can use them, they just need to be in addition to your minimums. Your essay must start with an abstract of your essay, which should run about 100 to 200 words. The abstract does count towards your total words. Now, what's an abstract? You may be asking that question. You've probably already encountered abstracts as you've been doing your research. An abstract is a summary of the essay, the article that you're looking at. Abstracts are very popular because it's a quick way to make an assessment as to whether a given article has what you need or not. Now, the topic will be a topic of your own choosing, but just as a reminder, there are a few topics that are off limits: abortion, death penalty, child abuse, and religion. Certainly, there are many other topics to choose from. You must also provide a word count of your essay at the end of your text, covering only your actual text. Doesn't count the works cited, okay, because that just makes a lot more words that really aren't there. The essay will be divided into 3 major sections called problems, solution, and benefits, as discussed in the sample proposal policy essay video. You must watch this video or you will not write a C-level essay at the very least. Okay, if you're trying to write a passing paper, as everybody is, I'm sure, please make sure you look at this sample. It's very important because this paper is different from the previous 3 essays that we've done in our class. Okay, so we have a section on problems, that is the existence of a problem. Okay, something's wrong in the world. The good news is there's a lot of problems in the world. Okay, so there you go. Solution, what you specifically think should happen. And then the benefits, how good things will result from your solution. In other words, you're taking care of those problems. But this is further discussed in the sample proposal essay video, which is, of course, in the module. You will need to submit a rough draft on Wednesday, August the 9th, 11:59 p.m. The more work you put into the draft, the better your final draft will be. Based on previous experience, including this summer, I can tell you that the difference in the grades of essays that have been peer edited and those that have not is striking. Be sure to consult the out-of-class essay guidelines and the MLA handouts so that you avoid errors in presentation and style. As before, you should submit the rough draft both to me and to your peer group. The peer edits are due on Thursday. In other words, there's only a 1-day turnaround. Why is there only a 1-day turnaround? Because we're bumping up against the end of the semester. We don't have time to give, you don't get the final weekend, unfortunately, this time around. August 10th, 11:59 p.m. Then revise and polish your essay and turn in the final draft at close of day on Friday, August 11th, 11:59 p.m. Okay, now that Friday is the end of the semester. 11:59 is the end of the semester, end of the course. So please remember, no late essays. Not hanging around waiting for late essays. The course is over Friday. Okay, don't be late. Minimum requirements for this assignment. First of all, paper should be at least 2,000 words. That does include the abstract, and the abstract is probably around 200 for most of you. So that already knocks off some of that. So if you're worried about getting to 2,000 words, trust me, you actually get there a lot faster than you might imagine. You should have at least 8 sources, all of which are cited in the paper. Again, encyclopedias and dictionaries would be in addition to these 8 sources. Now, at least 6 of the sources you use must originate in print or have print analogs, okay, as already discussed. And at least 4 sources are scholarly work, again, as discussed. You may always have more than the minimum, okay? You can have all scholarly work. You can have all print sources. You can have 20 sources instead of 8, if you got the time. You may always have more. Don't forget to put the abstract at the start of your essay. Again, that's a summary of the essay as a whole. I'm going to be honest. Typically, the abstract is one of the last things that I would write in this assignment. In other words, you can't really write your abstract until you've already at least written a full draft of your essay, at least one time through. Don't forget, problem solution benefits format is essential for passing this assignment. And as always, MLA documentation for both in-text and works cited page. Okay, don't slip up and give me APA, and don't tell me, oh, this is what the computer told me, because I could care less. You're responsible. You make sure it's right. Okay, now as always, if you have questions about this, don't hesitate to ask. I will tell you one thing. I do not give sample topics, right? I gave you sample topics for all the previous assignments. This time I want you to come up with your own. You do not have to come up with something that nobody has ever thought of before, okay? I'm not asking you to solve some big world problem that nobody has ever come up with a solution for, okay? The policy paper, proposal argument paper is basically a sense of saying, hey, here's what we should change. You have a solution to global warming. You want to change something about education in America or California in particular, or even just San Diego, right? It's a solution to a problem. By the way, one other thing I want to mention before I stop this video, the proposal paper does not say we should keep things as they are. You don't say we should keep the drinking age at 21. That's not a proposal. Proposal paper says we should lower the drinking age to 14 because middle school can be very tough. Right? No, probably not the best idea to write that paper. But my point is simple. It involves change. That's a key aspect to the proposal essay is change. You are changing law, regulation, practice in some way. Let me advise you, do not give me play nice policies. Don't tell me people shouldn't spend so much time on their phones. You can't pass a law to make that happen. Don't tell me people should be more polite on the roads. You cannot legislate that. You can legislate things like speeding and stopping and turning and whether people are drunk or not paying attention in the car as they're driving. There are always laws for that. Okay? But if you're going to tell me people should be nicer on the freeway, forget it. That's not a law. You can't pass that law. Okay? Can't tell me that parents should spend more time with their children or things of that nature. Okay? No unrealistic, no undoable policies. Don't say things like every student should have their own tutor. That sounds great if we're, talking about only a small selection of people ever going to school. But if you have universal education, you're not going to be able to do that. It's as simple as that. Okay, any other further questions, please do not hesitate to contact me either by email or through Canvas inbox system. Good luck with this.